Well, woke up today in Cartagena. Yeah, I'm gonna call it Cartagena. You know, because I was thinking about this. Obviously, I know that it's called Cartagena, but you know, it's not really worth trying to pronounce everything the proper way. Because, for example, when I tell Spanish people I'm from Canada, or people who speak Spanish rather, not the Spanish, but they are like, Canada, what? And then they go, Canada. You know, so I'm not gonna correct them every time and be like, no, it's pronounced Canada, not Canada. Because you see in Spanish, they only have one A sound, it's A, and Canada. But it's not, it's Canada. It's a long A, okay? Anyway, so basically until you can say Canada, I'm not gonna say Cartagena. So to me, it's Cartagena for now. Bogota. It's like when I was in Peru, actually, it was quite funny because I was always trying to say the city Juarez, I think they say, but I'll just call it Juarez. And they'd be like, Juarez? Like, what the heck is that? I'm like, I don't know, man. That's just how I say it, okay? You know, I can't get it all perfect. You have an accent, I have an accent. We'll just leave it at that. That's totally fine. Anyway, just checking out this sort of castle building. It's just on this oceanfront street here. It's kind of cool, I guess. Why not? This gate's open, so I feel obligated to go into this turret area thing. Cool, right? There you go. There. Locked for safety. Yeah. This also reminds me of a really funny time when I was in Germany and I was trying to get a bus ticket to Denmark. I went to the station. I'm like, I want a ticket to Copenhagen. And they're like, do you mean Copenhagen? And I'm like, nah, I mean Copenhagen. Don't send me to some other place. And they're just looking at me like, what the heck is this guy talking about? I don't know, man. What can I say? Like I said, we got different names for places. Like Germany, for example, spells Canada with a K. So I'm not going to go around every German and be like, stop spelling Canada with a K. It's a C. Like, you just have to accept the fact that people are going to mess your names up. And that's okay, I guess. So, don't get frustrated with me because I don't have a good Spanish accent. I don't really have much of a good Canadian accent either, actually. But no, honestly, I'm not like trying to be arrogant or anything, and I'm not trying to be like, I'm American, this is how I talk. Like, but at the same time, it is kind of like, I'm from Canada and this is how I talk, so it is what it is, you know. But that's the deal. Until you can say Canada instead of Canada, then I ain't gonna say your city, your country, the way you want to. That's the deal. Seems fair. It's like this little corridor here. This is where the shitter is, as you can see. It honestly reeks like piss. It looks like people have just been pissing here, which that's fantastic, but straight into the ocean. That's, I feel like most people probably don't take craps here anymore, but whatever, I guess, right? It works. At some point, that was obviously what they were doing. They're like, damn, we got a unlimited disposal system right here. Oh, it is pretty hot. I don't really know what I want to do here, to be honest. So far, I mean, it's kind of a pretty place, to be fair. I like the colors, like this yellow bridge, this red building. It's fun. And surprisingly, very like modern in some ways. These big old buildings over there. I mean, maybe it's not surprising. It's just because someone actually told me to. Colombia is quite developed. And yeah, like you can see over here, massive buildings. And sort of modern stuff. But coming from Peru, it's quite different because most of Peru is not so developed. And most of Peru, like a funny thing actually, apparently they purposely don't finish building buildings because if they can not finish the building, then apparently they don't have to pay the land tax. This is what some people have told me. So they just like build the building till it's almost done, and then they're like, no, still one more bricks and we're not paying taxes, which is actually hilarious. And I kind of respect that. And that's like something that we should do more in the north because like the thing is, I think there's like this sort of impression that South American countries, the governments are extremely corrupt, which is true. However, arguably they're no more corrupt than any of the countries in the north, like Europe and America, for example. The only difference is that here it's kind of just more in the open. Like everybody knows it's corrupt and everybody's like, oh wow, they're clearly working with the cartel, or they're clearly stealing money from the people. That's not cool. It's not. But in America, they're like, oh, we're doing everything right. We're trying to help. Like, we're trying to be transparent. We released the Epstein files. Like, we're doing our job. No. It's honestly more sinister in that sense. Same with Canada. Like, Canadians mostly were so ignorant, and like I've talked about before, we're just pushovers too. We're like, oh yeah, you know, we'll just trust the government, like especially the older generation, because they came from more a time where the government of Canada, I would say, was more trustworthy, where in the last especially 10 years it's really not gone that way. It's just become increasingly more corrupt, increasingly less transparent, and way increasingly less trustworthy. And unfortunately, a lot of naive people are still like, oh, we can just trust them. Like, the government's trying to do right by us. They're trying to do the right thing. Seriously. Like, I don't know. Some people are just born yesterday, I guess. But like I said, it's almost like kind of more respectable that some of the governments in these Latin America countries are like kind of open about the corruption in a way. Or maybe not, like they're obviously not open about it, but everybody knows about it. And for that reason, people are trying not to pay them. That's why so many businesses have cash, I think. And that's why, yeah, like I said, in Peru, they're trying not to finish buildings so they don't have to pay the land taxes. I mean, I don't like giving money to criminal organizations either. It's also why I completely quit doing drugs. I mean, in Canada, I guess, like, now there's a lot of, like, drugs, so to speak, that you're not gonna be committing to crime. And especially cannabis was never, it's not a hard drug for one thing. And second, it's like, you're never really giving to serious criminals. Like, a lot of people that sold and grew cannabis were just kind of like hippies, or honestly just kind of like stoner business people. Of course, the Hells Angels did have like a big hold in that, but even the Hells Angels, man, are pretty much like really light criminals compared to a lot of people that are out there. Like, if you compare them to the cartel, for example, the Hells Angels kind of look like angels. Anyway, not sure how I feel about this place. Probably not going to stay here so long. It's like very party vibes, which is not that surprising, I guess. There's a boat going by over here. Helicopter tours. Fun, I guess. Expensive, I would imagine. I don't know if you can hear the music they're playing. This type of like Caribbean music I can deal with. This kind of like fun, I don't know, Spanish sort of traditional music. I can deal with this. It's okay. Kind of, it suits the place, you know? It's like I got a palm tree in the back here. I can deal with this. What I can't deal with is this Spanish pop music, like this boom ka boom ka boom ka boom ka. And then every single song is the exact same. You know what I'm talking about here. Boom ka boom ka boom ka boom ka. And the lyrics are like, we're gonna go to the club and get drunk and do some drugs and get some bitches. And then I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. Then the next song comes on, they're like, we're gonna go to a house party, we're gonna get drunk, we're gonna get some bitches. And then they're like, we're gonna sell some drugs and we're gonna party. It's like, this is lyrical genius at its best, clearly. And you can just tell, by the way, that every single song uses the exact same beat, that it's obviously the pinnacle of musical creativity, clearly. So yeah. A very, very sarcastic shout out to Spanish pop music. Phenomenal. Incredible. Definitely doesn't make me want to like blow my brains out when I hear it. Well, honestly, this video has turned out to be pretty positive. Oh, look at this, pretty purple. Considering the fact I had a terrible sleep last night because somebody in my shared room woke me up a couple times. And I was really not happy about that at all. And I think he kind of understood that. But anyway, like I said, actually, my mood is improving. I was extremely grumpy this morning, but how can you be grumpy? You're like surrounded by all these fun colors. Yeah, like, look how fun these colors are. Green and blues and burgundy. Lots of this yellow color. Well, I'm just gonna chill here at this cafe and I don't know, make a plan for the rest of the day. Got a nice little cappuccino here. Little guitar stamped biscuit. I never understand these biscuits though. It's like the size of my thumbnail. It's like, thank you for this less than bite-sized biscuit. Whatever. Sometimes I don't even eat them, to be honest. I just want the coffee. Chill spot though. I like this building over here. It's got all the colors. So typical. I'm just chilling here trying to mind my own business. And this guy comes up like selling souvenirs. And always, they're not just selling souvenirs. They're like, where are you from? What's your name? And then they show you the souvenirs and you're like, no, I'm okay. And then they go, cocaine? I'm like, no, man. Cheers, though. Good luck with your business endeavors. Just gonna try out this Aguila beer. I don't know. Pretty much tastes like sparkling water. 4% alcohol. It's basically sparkling water. Yeah. It's okay for a hot day, I guess. Honestly, beer in Peru is considerably better than the beers I've tried here so far. Not gonna lie. Gotta go find a craft brewery, I think. As soon as I saw this guy with the saxophone, I knew he was gonna play this, what is this song? George? Something, you know. I kind of missed the main riff there, but it's just like typical that that's what he was going to play. It's kind of like there's certain songs on guitar that for some reason everybody just has to play. And those are all the ones that I never learned purposely. It's like the other day, I was at this hostel and this guy's like, let's jam, because he had a guitar. I'm like, yeah, sure, man. And so sure enough, what's the first song that he pulls out is Wonderwall. I'm like, really? We're doing this now? So I was just like doing the lead part because, yeah, I've never learned the song, never tried. I've never purposely listened to that song. And then even like he's singing it and he's like, come on, you know the lyrics. I'm like, no, actually, bro, I really don't. And can we play like a good song after? George Michael, Careless Whisper, that's the song I was thinking of. It's like as soon as I saw this guy with the saxophone, I just knew he was gonna whip that song out. And that's the reason I didn't sit at that cafe. Oops. I'm always really good at getting my finger somehow into the camera. Like it's my first time using it. Also, I don't love having to film on my phone, but my camera was dead, so didn't have time to charge it. And I just felt like making something anyway. And yeah, wanted to film a little bit of these streets here because they are quaint and kind of fun. Voila. And lots of nice colors, you know? And paintings, that's always cool. Yeah, that was a chill time at the cafe, but now I'm just gonna head back to my room. And honestly, I was so like seriously infuriated over this guy in the hostel there that I really don't want to see his face again, so I'm just gonna bite the bullet. And I just found another real cheap place nearby. I'm gonna go try there instead. The reviews say that the internet is real good. Nah, gracias. And for that reason, I'm gonna go there, because that's another thing that was also driving me nuts about this place was the internet was crap. And especially in my room, there was like zero internet connection, as well as the service, like my data on my phone also didn't work. And that's something that, you know, I'm not like even on my phone 24/7, but especially in the evenings, you know, sometimes I'm trying to do some editing, maybe I want to upload a video, and that's just not possible. Kind of makes me upset. And I don't really want to go to a restaurant every single time I want to use the internet. So, like I said, this place, apparently the internet's good. So, I'm gonna try it out. Seems a little more low-key, a little more chill. I'm really not feeling the whole party vibe. So it's gonna be nice to just move a little bit away from this part of the town. And maybe I'll get lucky and the beds will actually be slightly better too. But either way, it's just sometimes the way it goes when you travel. Like, things don't go as expected. And like always, like at least I followed my 2-night rule. So I'm only gonna lose money on one night. I mean, I guess maybe I can ask for a refund, but honestly, I don't really care. It is what it is. Sometimes losing a few dollars is worth getting away from annoying people confrontation and a bad night's sleep. So anyway, it's like a 20-minute walk. So I'm gonna go pick my stuff up, head over to the other place, and hopefully be chill. Then after that, I'm gonna head further up the coast, because especially after being in Lima for the last week, I've really had enough of the big city vibes. And I want to get more amongst it. I want to be in a less touristy place if possible. Because also, less touristy means less expensive. And that's a nice thing. So, I'm going to go try this other place. Hopefully it's alright. And get some different views as well. But, that's it for now. So, like always, thanks for watching. Yeah, so this room, I mean, there's no air conditioning, but it's a 2-bunk room, that's it. So far, I'm the only one here. Now I got the bottom bunk. I had the top bunk in the last place, and if you've seen my last video, you'll understand I frickin' do not like top bunks. Even though this one actually I could deal with. I can just hop straight onto this bunk without climbing a goddamn ladder like some sort of baboon, or monkey bullshit. I don't deal with this. But anyway, this bed, it's decent, it's better, it's bottom bunk, and if worst comes to worst, another person comes in this room, there's only one person I have to deal with, so I only have to fight one person. But no, that's not going to happen. And anyway, sometimes things just work out, you know? And yeah, maybe I lost 20 bucks on the last room, but I would lose $100 to not get in the confrontation, realistically. I don't really have this type of attitude anymore. Like, I'm not a pushover. I can't just, oh yeah, man, let's just let anything go. No. And this is kind of like going to be a topic probably for a future video, but benefits of traveling alone: you can pull the trigger anytime. You can go do whatever you want, and best of all you got to deal with usually is yourself. And I'm the best. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in, and you know, hit that subscribe button. More adventures to come, more random vlogs, rants, this sort of thing, entertaining shorts. Just doing my thing. All right, take care of yourself, you know.